La, da, 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 da. Hey everybody, I've just gone live 5 minutes early, um, just to I might do the cinema thing. So just live a few minutes early. We're in Coffs Harbour. We're at Bernie's place. For those who don't know Bernie, she was the one that was assaulted by the police where they broke her sternum. I see everybody's talking about the poor woman in Melbourne who also got assaulted by the police. It's extraordinary that we've reached a time now where some of the most dangerous or the people that old women should be scared of or given an education of what what the fuck am I wrong about? Basically, old ladies be very scared of the police. It's insane. I can't believe I'm saying that, but look, we're just talking to a guy here. We got the guy the guy up here somewhere who basically pepper sprayed that grandmother, and it's just insane. Pepper sprayed her, got away with it, and now, yeah, it's amazing. And now here. Anyway, let me tell you about Bill Lober and Rossco and Phil and Chris and Kaz. And there's a few other people too. Big call out to Martin and to what's his name, Milan, who helped organize the 832 we had down there. I was a bit unwell, so I wasn't 100% at that thing. So I'm sorry if I didn't come across my usual self. I wasn't that great, but it was still a lovely time. But Bill's place is a wonder to me. I've gone there probably 4 or 5 times now. I turn up. The boys work on the bus. They love working on the bus. It's incredibly humbling. The place has the forest going, the sort of temperate rainforest going right up to it. It's got a big property there, but it reminds me of Cannery Row, John Steinbeck Cannery Row, which is a group of short stories in the Depression, where it's just literally about these. These people are down and out. In the book, they say it where Bill isn't down now because he owns the farm, but the other men that he has there actually don't have anywhere to go, which is ridiculous that we're in such hard economic times and this huge working force of very capable men are basically tossed onto the wood heap because they don't like men. And so this, g'day Tamara, g'day Rich. So this thing, we've got 2 more minutes before I press play. This documentary, I guess, and we made it with 3 cameras. A lot of it is Kel's footage. Not some of it's Kel's footage, my footage, and then off about 3 or 4 different devices. But and that's why the sound. There's a few places where the sound might get a bit quiet. Unfortunately, it's something we got to work on. So I apologize for that. Up front, g'day Jan. But there's such a beauty. There's such a beauty to the generosity of Bill. There's such a beauty to the boys themselves. I think let them talk in the doco. There's such a beauty to the environment. Walking through this forest with all these old cars, and we used to make them all. Most of them are Australian built cars, not all, but most of them are Australian built cars. And so Phil and Rossco are like the living ghost curators of a forgotten past, a forgotten museum, when we used to drive around in cars that we made ourselves. We employed people, our own people, to build the cars that we used to drive around in. There's even one point Bill points out some washing machines and stuff are white good things, and he said we all used to make all them as well. So this was in a period when we used to make stuff. Same period when we used to feed ourselves. We didn't have to import food. This is where you literally should ask the government. I don't want to get too political, but if you see any politician, ask. There was a time when we made our own cars, we manufactured everything we wore, and we ate our own food because we grew our own food. Now what? how have Liberal and Labor enriched our lives, maybe initially by some extra money in the pockets from people's house prices going up, but overall, how has our country benefited from these deals that they've made? Anyway, oh, that's it. That's 6:30. Okay, this is it. It's called Fort Bill. I'm not going to do comments on it in case people just want to watch it as a documentary. And I hope you like it. And the boys and everyone will read the comments. If you're watching, gentlemen, I did this because I love you. I have huge respect for all of you, not just because you work on the bus, because there's Kel, but because you're just lovely. You're lovely men. You're lovely, lovely men, and Kaz as well. But you're lovely men, and this is a homage to the beauty of my brothers.
Dad was shaking his head down the phone. Like everyone now, he keeps repeating, who knows? I told him, make sure you keep our mom inside, for if it gets into her, she'll be gone. Then later that day, Alf called.
Oh yeah, we got big rain.
But in his smiling arms there was a frown. He said, you know, Mike, I have a terrible feeling that maybe this is the end of our times. We woke up again, but we had nothing to do, so we had some warm fun, not once but twice. But instead of recording a record third time, you lay against me reading your phone. You were scrolling through more impossible news, until despite the morning that was still kissing you, you said, you know, Mike, I have a terrible feeling that this may be the end of our times. Hey God, are you still there? Can't you see in the houses we built without you, that we're all getting back on our knees? Oh Lord, do you think you could let this one pass? But God's reply was a chopper overhead, patrolling the streets with a didactic tune. And it was clear to us what its lyrics were asking, because my kids were asking it too. You know, Dad, I have a terrible feeling that maybe this is the end of our times. You know, Dad, I have a terrible feeling that this maybe is the end of our times.
Wonderful job you're doing, William.
Yes, of course.
Why is Oosterhouse looking at you with that
So
sort of look?
sternly, I don't know. It's like there might have been a bit of a boo-boo happen or something.
Really? So is it true that Florence is the first vehicle you've set alight?
Yeah, might be. Might be the first one. Unintentionally, anyway.
You sure that it's on purpose? No, you're not installing a skylight or anything you didn't tell us about?
Well, we're thinking now we could put a full sunroof in.
So let's go in. Excuse the mess. We're in renovation here. But we got a bit of a problem from the welding, so got some more redecorating to do. But apart from that, the bus...
It wasn't my fault, it was a fire warden.
Yeah, who's not here.
The fire warden fell asleep.
Okay, deeper we go. We're taking off the rocker cover now. This is unexplored territory. Dun-dun. I'll put that down there. No, there for a sec. There we go. So we're going to be doing all of these today, the vowels. A new lesson. This is the heart of Florence. Don't you think it's beautiful that we can do this as humans? There's no AI here. There's no AI in the whole thing. This is just humans and machines. I might be one of the last. This might be the last Freedom Bus. After that, AI will be doing everything, and you just have to go and get it plugged in. But this is just humans and machines. The end of an era. That's what Florence represents.
So Mike, how much of Sydney do you reckon 5 grand would buy me? How much of Sydney do you reckon 5 grand would buy? The best meal in town and a classy hotel where a pretty girl would lie so well that I could believe for a moment that I hadn't paid for her smile. Yeah, I'll tell you, Mike, for a lie that good, I'd steal this truck and drive all night. I'd steal this truck and drive all night. I'd steal this truck and drive all night to you, even though there is no you. Even though I have no you. But since there's nothing here, let's steal this truck and drive all night. So let's steal this truck and drive all night. Let's steal this truck and drive all night to you.
I've been walking around your graveyard, and I've been wanting to know about this white panel van, how long it's been there, what's the history of it, and I've always wanted a panel van, so could it go?
Well, there's 2 white panel vans here. I'm doing up a red V8 at the moment, but I drove that back from Melbourne and it blew a head gasket in Sydney, and then we had to tow it the rest of the way. But this white panel van, which I bought this 17 years ago down in, is this the one you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I bought this 17 years ago down in Port Macquarie and brought it out here. I was going to fix it. It had chronic rust up in here, but I just bogged it up. And then I even covered the wiper grill over to stop all the garbage getting down inside and try to keep a bit of moisture out of it. That's the interior. So she's pretty rough.
Oh my God.
I don't know if we'll be able to start that one, Michael.
Does she still have an engine?
Yeah, it's still got the engine. Let's have a look. So this has been sitting here 17 years. It's probably one of the only ones that might start because I haven't actually pulled any parts off it. Oh, apart from, around the dashboard and that. But I can hotwire it. I can bypass the fuel. Oh yeah. I sold the fuel tank out of it. Holy dooly, that is so, that hose is really stiff. I did have this running once before, just with a bottle there. Maybe I'll go grab a battery and let's see if we can get it going after cool. 17 years. So this old car, it's a 1994 XR6 station wagon. And they only made about 400 of these and 40 of these in this colour, and they made about 100 and something manuals. So the manuals in these wagons are quite rare. They were actually on one of Shannon's, I think it was Shannon's, most collectible list of I started it last time, it ran fine. But no idea how it's going to go this time. Right, let's see. This is probably going to rattle its guts out. But 12 years ago, it still had good fuel pressure, oil pressure rather. Pour a bit of fuel down the carby. Bit too much here, but too bad.
So just looking at this beauty, what's the history of this?
Well, an old lady bought this out here. I think we were going.
So you're telling me that this has just had one old lady owner?
Well, it drove out here. Yeah, one owner, no rust. Yeah, I don't know. It was one that just came out here years ago, and the owner never picked it up, or it wasn't worth fixing.
Oh, really? And so it's just sat here now.
Yeah.
And she's even got her own garden.
72 model, I think.
Wow, she's beautiful. Beautiful in riding.
For a walk too, Michael. The old 1972 142 Volvo. Head of the time. Four-wheel disc brakes, twin carburetor. It had some other things on them, but they were a great car. Unfortunately, a tree fell on it. And then I acquired it and I was going to do something with it. That was one of my old ones. I used to drive from Papenbar over here, and I hit a cow one night, smashed the windscreen, and then it ended up down here with them all over it.
You hit a cow?
Yeah. Yeah, it was nicknamed the cow car. Yeah. Still got the motor out of that somewhere. The old Subaru's folding up like bloody elbow at election time. And then there's a bit of real motoring history. Aussie muscle car. It's a mock-up GT. It's a Ute V8 manual. We got crashed into by Valiant, so it needs a bit of work.
Wow.
And the engine replant. So I sold the motor out of it, and I'm going to put a 351 Clevo back in it, I think. I'll do my bit for the petroleum industry.
Put an LS in it and a 6-speed.
It's sacrilege. That's like putting that Hemi 265 in it.
Doesn't matter what it is.
I want to put the Hemi 265 in it.
No, you need to put a V8 Hemi.
Yeah, it's got to be a V8. Yeah, so it's all ready for a motor now. I've just got to find something to put in it. I sold the old motor out of it.
Lexus V8, mate.
Yeah, and it's a factory V8. So
Just so you upset everyone.
yeah.
Like the lady with reckon she got bigger boobs than her. You upset her
Oh
good.
man, I really wanted to compare. You know.
Yeah, well, she,
Well,
didn't,
people
she didn't show any photos.
Yeah, where's the
So this
proof,
is,
man? I want the proof that your boobs are smaller than mine. Please PM me. Don't tell the missus.
This is the snake.
My missus is Filipino and she's really good with a knife.
What's interesting is everyone criticised you for the snake, but Steve Irwin's son got in his underpants, held a snake, and everyone's praising him.
Yeah, I
He
know. What's
hasn't
going
got-
on
he
there?
hasn't got
He
man
seemed to
boobs.
be I mean, Steve Irwin's son, I've heard he's a snake handler from way back.
Look at the size of that fan in there. And the size of that Toyota. It's just growing near the mirror.
Oh,
It's huge, big Alcorn. Isn't that beautiful? You actually get a better view on the other side. I love that thing.
That's an Elkhorn. Oh, a bit of a branch there. Not sure where we're going. Hopefully we don't hit anything hard. It's a great spot to grow some veggies up here. Just on this little flat.
so here you are. This is the property you own. How much of this do you own? That hill behind us?
Yeah, so it actually goes up that saddle, pretty much from up behind the house there. You can almost see a track up there, probably can't see it on the camera. And then it goes along that ridge all the way and then down back to the creek.
What's it like to own land?
Fantastic and overwhelming.
Start with the fantastic. Why is it fantastic?
You got the freedom of your own property, of land, not just a small block. I whinge about my neighbours, but they're a kilometre away. We can just see their houses. But I really like just the freedom of having your own property and being able to do most things you want to do, within reason. But, yeah.
And what about the overwhelming?
The overwhelming on the mid-north coast of New South Wales is the grass. It's like we've just spent driving up here, it's like higher than the car. I slashed it probably 3 months ago and you wouldn't even know. It's just everything grows, like it just shoots out of the ground. And I don't have any livestock. I don't want livestock. It's too much maintenance. I'm a mechanic, so yeah, I like things that stay there when I turn them off.
Now, the other thing too, I was telling you before, there's a famous book by Steinbeck written in the Depression times about Cannery Row. And it's basically people who are on the periphery of society, fringe dwellers, and working together. But there's great joy and happiness in it, even though they're struggling with poverty. Now, you're not here, but you allow people to stay here that like Rossco and Phil and now Chris, and there's a community here that's really beautiful to be a part of. And is that on purpose, or you just, what is it? Because most people don't want anyone else around, and yet here you are with this gang of men.
Yeah, my wife jokes and calls it the men's shed. Boys Town, sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, I suppose I can see them in trouble. You can't get anywhere to live. They all help me. Like you were seeing today when I'm working on the car, they're all in there, they're all helping. Chris is a fantastic auto electrician. And we've all worked together for a long time. We get along well, and they're all genuine fair income people.
Yeah.
Nice work, Rossco.
So here we are with Rossco, and you've had a tough couple of years. You lost your girlfriend, I think it's 3 years ago now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you had a stroke about a year and a half ago?
Yeah, nearly 2 years now, yeah. And that was hard to deal with right at the peak of COVID in hospital, being unjabbed. It was sort of, had him coming from me every fucking angle. And, but I stood my ground. I didn't want it. I thought, if they've just found this virus, how can they already have a freaking cure for it?
Yeah.
And that all didn't add up to me, so just battled on regardless. And
so you had to go from that. Hard enough to get work at our age anyway, especially when we're white, especially when we got dicks. and especially now you've had a bit of a stroke, so you've got a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
But in that, one thing you had here was Monty, your cat, and and recently you lost him.
Yeah, he's found his way to my place when I was living down the coast, looking after my mum and stepdad. I thought he was just the neighbour's cat who just had moved in, and I ended up asking them if they did have a cat, and they said, no, we haven't got a cat, we've only got the dog. And so the next morning I went outside and he was in the rain under a little fruit tree. He made himself a little sort of bed under this fruit tree in the long grass under there, and I brought out a saucer of milk and a bit of tuna on a plate, and he's just wolfed that down and started rubbing up against my leg and never left, and he was really good company.
How long ago was that?
2013 that was, I think. Yeah. So And then we ended up moving back up a year after my mum passed to Bill's place. And
How do you get on with the dogs? Because you've got two big bullfed dogs here.
yeah, they didn't seem to really bother each other. They'd just have a sniff at each other, and then they ended up being really good mates, I think. Yeah. Daisy just lay down and Monty would walk up and give her a lick on the back of the neck or something or whatever, and Daisy get a bit freaked out. She didn't like cats, but Casper was just, he'd slobber her. He'd end up with just a wet head, being slobbered over.
But the thing was, I used to love it. She'd be wandering around meowing for you, calling for you if you weren't here.
Yeah, well, I think that was just to try and get more food. It was good. It was funny. He ended up passing from a tumour or something in his stomach and that. But before that, he was just always hungry. But he wouldn't eat a lot. He'd always just sort of have a little bit, go back an hour later and have some more.
But it's interesting, that there's the world's going, so many tumultuous things going on. So one guy losing a cat in the backyard of Port Macquarie probably wouldn't even make a Facebook post almost. And yet for you, how hard was it losing him?
Pretty hard. He was my best friend, so you can probably tell I'm getting emotional. Now just talking about it. I think it affected me worse than losing my girlfriend. Hopefully one day I'll get another one. It's pretty painful.
It's all right.
He was just such good company for me. And I'm just glad these fellas are still around.
I'll just show Poof.
So a lot of these drawings were done.
Wow, man.
When was this?
So what's that done, just with pen?
That was like with really
You did
fine
this?
pens. Yeah, it's Joe Jackson.
Wow.
That was a sign for a guy that was doing some stuff at a local.
That's
pub.
very cool.
That was a lot of years ago.
Yeah. That'd be a great tattoo.
Yeah. It was like, I was really into science fiction and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Wow.
that was a copy of a painting.
Oh, wow.
I really enjoyed doing like rainforest scenes and stuff.
Yeah, man. They're cool. These are cool. Cool landscapes.
Yeah.
Oh, before I go, recite one of your poems. I got the
hang
top, so I don't have your boobs in.
Hang on, I just pause it because I've got to find the book. Oh, do you smoke ciggies, mate?
No, not really.
All right. Oh, you don't need them for...
I'm taking for tobacco.
Yeah. No, you filming the boobs, huh? Oh, here we go. I'll put the shirt on for this, okay?
Yeah, all right. All right.
No. I put a couple in grassroots years ago. All right. Up in the Coopersby, buddy and me were sitting beneath that coolabah tree and raving about the times gone by when into me bottle dropped a blowy fly. I choked on a mungle and out it spat. Little bastard made me beer go flat, so I said to Wal, "Gives a swig on yours and grab us another from the bloody stores." So he jumped in the ute and off to the fridge. Across a paddock and over the bridge, past a gum tree where the cockies caw, where me brother hid from the bloody law. That fateful day, Dad let out the dog and the bloody thing bit the neighbour the wog. So Wog rang the law to put the thing down. Sarge said, "Gives 10 minutes, I'll be around. Bloody mongrel but me once before, so I'll grab me gun and even the score." But when he got there, Blue was long gone, off through the scrub to Dong Ding Along. Now Blue sits by the publican side and Dong Ding Long pub where it's safe to hide. So once a month we head over there to party with our mates and have a few beers to catch up with Blue and see how he is, and to chat up the barmaid Big Titty Liz, and to rave about the times we had back on the farm, me, Wal and Dad.
Also, painting takes a lot of effort. You know what I mean?
Save a bit to put down the carby. Alright, let's see. This is probably going to rattle its guts out. But 12 years ago it still had good fuel pressure. Oil pressure rather. Put a bit of fuel down the carby. Bit too much here, but too bad.
It's a tough time at the moment.
Yeah, pretty hard.
What do you think of the current state of Australia and where it's going? Watching it from basically your Facebook.
I think we're in a lot of trouble. I think the country's going down the gurgler quick. And just everyone's got to try and get together and pull together and try and save the place for the future generations and stuff. So I've got a sort of granddaughter and
she's winning.
yeah, she's doing well in her cross-country running and her gymnastics and stuff. And she's going to the state titles and that, which is up in Tamworth. Hopefully I'll be able to get up there and see her compete, which would be good. And yeah, I'd just like to leave a better world for her.
You did a great job on the bumper.
Thanks.
So first off, Rossco, I'd like to thank you for fixing our bumper and the hard work you've done. Do you think maybe next time we should invest in finding you some new glasses?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
And some spelling lessons.
So here it is. So it's there. And there we go. We fixed up the sticker. And that's ready to go back on the bus. Hey, Cal! Kelly! So yeah, so you like it? What? Shh, he's dyslexic. Don't mention it. But in Australia, you kind of have to watch where you're going. And I saw this on the path, and I thought, hello. And it belongs to this huge scrub python. It's the biggest python I've come across in the wild. He's watching us now. Here he comes. There he is. We're just gonna back up a bit, mate. We don't want to scare you. Where'd he go? So he's coming for a look. He's definitely coming for a look. He's not poisonous, but he's definitely coming for a look. And we've got Bill coming because it's Bill's property, and they know about this. They know about this snake, but they've never seen it. One of their sons saw it, and when he was swimming across the dam, but they've never seen it. So where'd he go? There he is.
No, that's not it, mate. Head is like the size of my hand. Big little brother. That's the tiny one. Oh, you just here. The scrub python there for all these lights to your truck. Too cold. You can't get it all, mate. It's just baby. It's good. That's only made on half, He's good to you, so I pick me up. You watch your shit on me, huh?
Up there, looks like he's shedding skin somewhere, or he's just kinked up. He probably got something in there, but it looks like going through him, mate.
Yeah, he's beautiful. We'll let him go, eh?
Yeah, we going to do that?
Yeah. Just let him go in the wood. See if it goes across the water.
Good before the other one.
Put it down this way, sir.
We're going to walk that way to go to the dam.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Take it back and put it deeper in the ground.
No. Got enough around there. Oh, I might keep the other snakes out though. I don't know.
I just have to walk.
They just they knock everything over. And,
No, they make a mess.
hit everything.
Let me get in front of you before you release it so you get a good shot.
You want to take it?
Yeah, I will actually. I will.
Put them over you.
I can see you pissed off, but you shouldn't have been on our walking track.
Oh, it's good he's got the toothbrushes. He thinks he's coming down here to brush his teeth.
You know. Stick your finger in his gob.
Yeah, thanks. Don't worry, cover him up your ass. Okay, mate, you're going to go over here. Just past the topic.
Oh, beauty.
G'day, I'm Bill Lober, working on Florence in the out in the bush. Pulling Michael's dent out.
Oh, nearly.
That was just a stunt. I was just freaking.
Yeah, meant to do that. It is coming out a lot. I've actually.
Ah, he's got a Tesla now. The oldie's gone. Yeah, he took us for a ride and it was amazing.
As long as you don't want to resell it. No, this side's normal. The other side, you got to go.
Yeah.
Where's it going? Well, the life of the starts out someone, just normal person buys it. And then they put it down somewhere, lose it, and bang it back. Those old drunks.
So that's Bill Lober. He's out there getting the dent out that I put in Florence. Hey Griffith,
Hey, Stevenson.
what are you doing?
Well, we're checking the bearings and the brakes. There's people saying, oh, she's always breaking down, but this is actually just maintenance. She's like a ship on the road, and she doesn't have really any electronics in it at all. So we're just here now, just doing the maintenance on it, just getting these things out. Now, previous to COVID, I would have never done anything like this, but you know, we don't have the money to pay people to do it, and Bill Lover is brilliant at wanting to teach us how to do it, and it means getting your hands dirty and stuff like this, and I just love how it all works together, you know, bearings and learning how to do things in order. So basically, we've taken the big axle out of this. The brakes, we've checked the brakes on the other side. We've got about 50,000 Ks we can do before we need to redo the rear brakes.
Yeah.
And so this is just maintenance, you know, and there's a real calmness to it, and there's a real organic joy to just getting your hands filthy. And then when the bus is going, you know, it's going because we've done the maintenance and we know what to do. So it's learning. It's, you know, we look after her, she looks after us, and that's where we are. So we're just continuing because we just want to keep her on the road and continue to do the the work that we're doing. And to me, this Florence herself is a symbol of defiance and freedom. So as long as we can help her stay on the road and help her keep her going, I think she spreads a little bit of hope. What we want to do is we want to re-sticker it next once we've got everything else done here. And one of the things we want to put on, I think we will put on, is a questions like, what is freedom? Maybe at the back, what is freedom? Cafelockedout. So everyone who's stuck behind us, because you will get stuck behind us, we'll have to sit there pondering that question. Imagine if you're in the car, a car full of people, and they all start having this discussion. What is freedom? So instead of telling people, we're out there philosophically planting questions which relate to their culture. Yeah. So anyway, that's it. So I'm just gonna take this off now. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. I probably won't be able to do it. And this is really heavy.
Damn, that's sexy.
Yeah, so many people want to own property and they want to build community, but you're actually doing it. But from here, from this, and the other thing I love too is that the forest is all around it. It's unkempt, and it's like you're literally like a frontier mechanic shop. You know, because you're up to here, and then and like you got the paper wasps and all the animals are coming through, the birds are coming through the shed. So there's real beauty here. But from this beautiful perch, and you've been watching Australia for the last 5 years, what's your view of what's happening to our country in these last 5 years?
I'm absolutely brokenhearted to see what's happening to this country. You know, watching you and Rukshan's footage of the shrine, seeing the way politicians, and even in New Zealand, you know, the woman, if that's what you want to call her, that ran New Zealand for a while. I just, you know, it really breaks my heart to see what's happened and do this fantastic that I know my father was extremely proud of, and my, you know, I know my grandfather, you know, they're all, and my great-grandparents, they all came out of Germany in mid-1800s, and they all worked really hard to build this country, and I think they'd all be very upset to see how it's panning out now. I think it's just an absolute shit show, basically.
There's an old yellow ute here that I started, and it ran on fuel from 17 years ago.
Wow.
And it soon ceased afterwards, but I don't think it was picking all up.
But is any of this covered by warranty?
Oh yeah, it's still got
Ford warranty.
Extended warranty. So
Yeah.
luckily the person rang us up the other day and we took it out. So,
Yeah. What took the person
I
out?
don't know, we'll have to talk to them about the wipers. I don't know. I don't think
No, this one's had the wiper bypass. Yeah,
yeah,
see that? There's no wiper grill.
unfortunately, we didn't get the corrosion.
3 leaves.
So this is all speed holes.
Yeah, that's all extra cooling and aerodynamics.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing wrong with this one. They're back on the road, mate.
Yeah. You want a car? You come and see me. I'll give you a good deal.
My mate Barry Browning could fucking pass this for a Rico check, no problem. Love it. It's only got a few. Right, so we'll get the Nissan Patrol going. That hasn't gone for 35 years.
Yeah.
What's wrong with it? Well, you can tell what's wrong with it by the way it is.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's got a motor in it, to tell the truth. Probably have a snake in here. Watch out, Phil.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm the snake killer.
Look at that. We've got all the lighting hoses with coil.
Is it called, like, is this the climate change model paint?
That's patina.
It's this.
Yeah.
Patina, yeah. That's well. That, again, this is the full speedway racing version, so it's lightening itself as you go. So, you don't need that bit.
Back in the day, you didn't need aircon. You just flick these little mongrels open somehow, like that. Same as Land Cruiser, yeah. I wonder who came up with that idea first, if it was Land Cruiser or Patrol.
How old is this thing?
MQ Patrol, mate. First of these were the real four-wheel drive out there. And then next door, we've got the original Pie van.
Oh, the old Bongo.
No, that's a Pie van. No, that's a Toyota Hiace. 1971 model.
I had an old Bongo van that was
And then the
similar.
Subaru Turbo right here. That was another iconic car of Australia.
It's got a big water tank on it, though.
Yeah, that's the
It's water powered.
it's
a hydrogen model.
yeah,
We were experimenting with that.
but, yeah,
We nearly
it worked
finished
well, as you can see.
No, zero emissions, mate. Forget about your EVs. I know you love them so much, Michael. I'll tell you a funny story about that little van.
And we got our white goods section down here, so that's all. A lot of that was Australian made. Simpson,
Yeah.
Galvanator. A lot of the stuff in this whole yard's Australian made, apart from the Jack car. I think people are awake. A lot of people say we've got to wake everyone up. I don't think so. I think they're well awake. They're aware of what's happening. They just don't want to stick their head above the parapet and get their head shot off. They don't want to risk their block of land. They don't want to risk their house, their car, everything. That's why they've mortgaged up. That's why Australia's so hopped up, because it's a measure of control. You'll do what you're told or you'll lose a job. If we weren't hopped up, most of Australia wouldn't have got the jab, because they would have gone, stuff you, I'm not taking it. I've got nothing to live. What are you going to do? No, but no, everyone's hopped up to their neck in debt. So, yeah, I'm lucky enough. I've only got a very small debt. You know, I don't have a huge debt. I've got friends in Sydney that have multi-million-dollar debt for houses and cars, and it just makes me my head spin thinking about it. I wouldn't like to be in that boat at all. And I understand why they took it. Even the doctors, a lot of people are very upset with the doctors. The doctors have gone to university, they've got debt to get their doctorate, they've gone and, built a practice. Like my doctor, I was a bit upset. I think it's those certain stages of accepting something, anger and grief and all that. Well, I think they had to take up what the government was telling them, and now they got the government on the computer looking at my file. I know that, my doctor showed me. He turned it around and it's up the top, and you're saying with the bowel screening thing, I can't get rid of it. You got to do the bowel screening. I don't know why something's telling me not to do anything anymore. I've interviewed you before, and I spoke about it on the WTF Boys show the other night, but I took the first two, and early in the thing, before all the mandates came out, once the mandates came out, more warning bells went off. I was unsure, but really wanted to go overseas, so that's why I took it. But once Rossco and Phil were sitting down in the shed with them having a cup of tea, and the mandates come out, and Phil's got his phone, he's going, I'm not going to be able to visit someone in hospital, and if my mum was still alive, I wouldn't be able to visit her in the nursing home. And I was just like, what the hell is happening? How can we... Well, can't we in the communists all of a sudden? Why are we like this? So that really, that's sort of thing. We need to just wipe the slate clean, to get back to your question. And all government departments, all of them, are just the top end of the government department, just not nice people. Some of them are, I'm sure, but I haven't met any. I worked at TAFE, and all the head teachers and the heads of department, and they come in, they talk business models and all that, and I'm thinking, we're an education institution, we're not a business. Stop trying to make money. I got my apprenticeship I'm sure. I don't think it costs anything. I don't think it cost my boss anything. I just went to TAFE and got my apprenticeship. That's how it should be. We should be educating in the trades. Sure, okay, a little bit in the universities, but I don't think, you know, the price of education in Australia now is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I say though too, not only did you take it, but you almost died out here because you had almost some sort of heart attack here where you're off your bike.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It was like, closest thing I can put it to is I used to race at school in a river rowing boat, not a surf boat, but the ones where you. And I was in a 4, and I was very fit, and I used to be able to. We raced for 2 kilometres, and after the 2Ks, it's like you get this white wall sort of come in, and you get very tunnel focused. You can just see it, and once you go over the finish line, it's all you can do to hold yourself up, and you're struggling to get your breath back. It was a lot like that, but worse. It was. I got to the point where I overheated. I couldn't get my temperature down.
You're on your motorbike, right?
Yes, yeah. I was riding my dirt bike, 300 2-stroke, new bike. All about handles really well. There's had good tyres on it, so I was in a very difficult area, but it was more than capable. And I've ridden through this trail multiple times. There was a couple of trees down, so I pulled them out of the way, and then I got 3/4 of the way up, and I had the same thing. I had that white coming in, my heart was pounding, my temperature was going through the roof, and I was almost like hyperventilating, but I couldn't, the air was not getting into my blood. That's what it felt like. And I remember lying there on the ground. I ripped all my body armour and everything off, and neck brace, and jersey. I was just lying there in a t-shirt on the ground, and I actually was worried. I thought this might be the end. I didn't know how long it was going to take me to
How
get
did that
it.
feel like?
Fairly surreal, actually. I can't say being a Aussie man, I just sort of brushed it off afterwards. That I must be really unfit. Well, I wasn't. I am now. After I broke my leg, 2 years off, not being able to do much. But
Do you think the
know.
fact that your bones took so long to heal, do you think that's a part? Because we are hearing bone issues and stuff with that, or you just think you had a bad break?
It was an extremely bad break. I came close to them chopping my leg off. I don't think that had much to do with it. And then they were talking bone grafts even early on. And then I seen the naturopath, and he put me onto some natural remedies. An evil, scary man that he is. I'm only joking, he's a great person. He put me onto some old natural remedies, and they worked wonders, even to the point where the scar tissue on my leg, where they put all the hardware in my leg, that healed up better than I've got scars that are way older, and they're more scar tissue and everything.
Okay. The other night when you were on the What the Fuck show, and you and Wayne, because Wayne's double jabbed as well, and suddenly you started talking, it was quite haunting to listen to where he was saying if you have something wrong, you're always wondering, is that something? Is this still how you live, or are you past that now? Is it still haunt you?
Like you're saying, is my leg, that went through my head. Is this the jab messing with my whole system? But I think we've just got to put that behind us now. As anyone that's had the jab, I know there's a couple of people that I'm friends with in the community of Cafelockedout. One lady who lives down in Melbourne especially, and I know she gets a little bit worried about it. But we had a chat on Messenger one night, and it was like, well, we've just got to move on with our lives. We got to just. I think you can manifest things as well. I'm a strong believer in that. So if you focus on something too much, you could make it happen. So I try not to focus on it. I really try to just move ahead, and I'm just grateful that you came and visited me. I was worried at first because I was jabbed. No one would want, anyone that was unjabbed wouldn't want to come and see me, wouldn't want to talk to me. So I was welcomed. First thing you do is come and give me a hug.
Well, I was the head of the Free Hug Army. Got to live up to my reputation.
And then you were with Wendy and Corette then in Sandy, and Corette gave me a bear hug, a crushing hug, and that was really nice.
Yeah, it was extraordinary times, and to me, I don't care whether people talk about. What I'm interested in is there any sort of animosity or anger still towards whoever was behind all this, or is that gone too?
I think if you hold on to too much, it'll make you sick.
Yeah.
I don't want to have animosity. I'd like to see some people held accountable. I'd like to see, and I don't need to say names. They're the ones I don't want to get us kicked off Facebook. But I really like. I'd like to think that Trump and Musk, with all what they're doing now, hopefully, at the moment they're just unearthing all this stuff, but no one's gone to jail, no one's been arrested, no one's been charged with anything, so I don't hold my breath that there's going to be any sort of justice for us. I think the people will have to, something drastic's going to have to change. I don't think anything's going to happen until we have some form of, there is someone held accountable. Until there's accountability, it's just going to keep happening.
And the other thing I love, though, is, especially you, is the helping. So you know how helping people in the movement. But the generosity of spirit, like even coming here, hanging out. I mean, it's just a great place to hang out. It's a really healing place for me. I turned up here really disillusioned and worn out. And now I actually feel like, yep, I'm ready to go back to the trench.
Yeah.
Which I spent a week with Michael anyway, but I really feel it now. And I think that's you, I think it's the boys, but it's also the environment and all the animals, and there's just life everywhere. I mean, it looks crazy and wild, but maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's part of the Aussie spirit as well, crazy and wild.
Yeah.
I think the country is so beautiful, and all around me is manicured farm. And I really like it being wild. And again, like I said, I don't want livestock. I used to have them. They break out, tree comes down over the fence, and you're out in there. I've got 160,000 acres of state forests and Commonwealth forests bordering me, and I don't want to go chasing them back in from there. You never get them back. They'll end up in Walker or someone, like 100 k's away, and then where I was on the Central Coast, they'd go and break in, and they'd always go into this lady's prized garden. She was in the garden club, and they'd just destroy a garden one time, and it was just heartbreaking. Luckily, we had a nursery at the time, so we let her come down and take a pick of anything she wanted, and we went and helped her replant. But I just don't want that. I find that and animals, I'm an engine machine, nuts and bolts, not animals.
I don't think you'd like killing them anyway, would you? You're not that sort of guy. You don't even like fishing.
No, I don't. And I wouldn't like killing them. I don't know how it'd go if push come to shove and we
just end up with a farm full of old cows. Yeah, they help out.
Yeah, they're great.
They pull out the tractor.
I don't know if I could. I'd probably have to just grow vegetables. Freak me out. Oh, it's Phil Snake coming to get us.
Just pull the grass. Do you still feel that there's hope for us?
Definitely. There's always hope. I think we will have Billy Bay says, Dr. Billy Bay, we will win. We will. We've just got to keep chipping away and not give up. To give up is to admit defeat. So if we don't quit, we haven't lost.
So we're here in the boot. So this is a custom-made boot.
Yeah, it's got a fog glass hard top on it.
Oh, it's got the mats and everything.
Yeah, there's a front grille and all that.
Yeah, wow, man.
Did have a top loader in it, but I'm not too sure what sort of box I'll run in it yet. Might go for a later model 5-speed.
Wow.
That's a big foot too.
Yeah, man. He's a bit confused. What's really interesting is that, like what we're doing with Cafelockedout and with a lot of us in the movement, this is rabbit holing. We're learning, how does our culture work? How does our economy work? How does the politics work? Because basically, we've spent a few decades now just going, she'll be right, and pointing all these things off to other people. But that's not working anymore. We're in a lot of shit. You know, $1 trillion, everything's going to crap. Our politicians are like playful, silly puppets. You know what I mean? And so here we are, learning new skills, even at our older age, learning new skills and understanding how things work, which only goes to make us stronger. I mean, if you see here, we've got tons of brake pads. So we're probably going to be good for another 50,000 Ks. So we'll just do the bearings, put it back together, and that's the rear done. And then we'll deal with everything else as it comes along. But there's a real meditative process to it. Zen and the art of fixing Florence. Even though you did put Cafelockedout, which you still find it funny.
I'm dyslexic, so I can't do, spell real good. It's just trying to have a bit of fun. That's all we can try and do these days, I think, trying to have a bit of fun. Everything's freaking bring you down too much if you freaking contemplate on it too long, I think.
When you were young, did you ever think Australia would get to a position like this?
No way. No way. We didn't even contemplate it. It was just I think the corporations and everything are just trying to get their claws into everyone and pull as much money as they can out of them to line their nests and stuff everyone else. The population can, sleep in their cars through a lake here.
Well, I have to say, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but on the status ladder, you're a mature white male who's unvaccinated. So I don't think there's anyone lower than you.
I've got no hope. You're lucky there's a local town called Wyatt, which gives us no hope.
You're going to be okay?
Yeah, I think so, mate. Yeah. Just get by the best I can. Try and keep a smile on my door and carry on. That's all we can do.
Yeah, you accelerate without touching the accelerator.
There she goes. When I come back down this one here, man, she just went full.
Yeah, well, that's the fun of it.
That was. I think that's when I first grabbed the handbrake.
Well, you went sideways down there.
Yeah, I grabbed the handbrake and pulled it straight at the bottom because otherwise it would just go over.
Through the graveyard.
Yeah, mate, got to get a bit of speed.
Where all the top quality cars come to die.
All right, Trav.
Wait on 2 seconds. Just let Cal get in and
Oh look, I can see the problem. There's a dead tarantula on the distributor.
Is it what?
Dead tarantula on the distributor. Huntsman. No.
Spiders were hurt during this.
No, man.
I'm telling you, just making sure Florence is okay. She's going to be all right. And just give me a little pep talk before she leaves. Make sure she doesn't let Michael drive her too hard.
Well, I have one confession. When you guys were away, I did a little bit of painting, and I'm glad you sort of haven't noticed because you probably...
Yeah, I've tried to fix it a couple of times. I was wondering what happened there. I thought someone's done some dodgy painting there. And look, you got Billy. You oversprayed Billy. Oh no. Sorry, Doctor. Dr. Bay. Just wipe your face. He's made you look like he's crying.
He was actually crying there. That was a really upsetting interview.
Okay,
Yeah.
Anyway, just like Florence cries when you drive. Please, no more. Let Kelly go. Got a little bit of overspray up here, but we welded all the rust up. It's all good. Only set a small fire. See you next time, Florence. You'll be okay. She's ready to go.
If I could be anything for you, I would be your cure. I'd pour light into your wounds to soak their poison into the potions of love. And as their darkness drained, I would tear apart your cage, molding the bars that held you into your destined wings. And if from your flight you returned, I would have sewn a blanket for you, cut fresh from the curative fabric of spring. But hopefully you fly off to that destination you were born with, the one they tried to steal from your soul, the destination you were born with, the one they tried to steal from your soul.